Oh, Kiki's Discord crashed just as we were coming over. Typical. There she is. Oh, wait. 2 trigs. I'm Fardor. I want to be the main character. Oh, she's back. Great. Hi. Hey, why are you coughing? Right. So. Huh? Oh, sorry, that's my bad.
So me
There we go.
assist. Are we
Right.
back?
We're
Yeah.
back, baby.
You didn't need to hear anything they were saying
Oh,
anyway.
you missed your fantastic gems there.
Oh, just so much
Oh,
character development and,
so
and
much.
plot reveals and shocking
Goodness.
twists.
Even though the DM didn't say anything. So.
Well, we revealed
DM was
the
a
plot.
dick.
Hey, Alan, just as we were about to start playing.
Stand by it.
So, last time, after a very long walk, there's never-ending woods of oppression and intrusive thoughts, which some of you acted on. You finally came across a house where you were greeted by 3 sisters, the Springbrook sisters that you found out later on. They invited you into their house, which had a bit of a sinister undertone. Offered somewhere to stay for the night where you could get like a nice, safe, comfortable rest. And yeah, so started your long night in this house, taking turns to keep watch, exchanging information. Jiro at one stage decided he wanted to poke his head out through a door and into a hallway, stepping out into it a little bit and then peering in through another door into what looked to be like a dining room. If I remember, there was some class character development. Just can't remember what it was right now. Well done, guys.
It's probably me.
Probably you. Then, as the night went on, it appeared that the door opened a tiny bit, as if like something was having a look in at you when you were all meant to be asleep. But luckily enough, you took turns taking watch. But after an uneasy night, the dawn finally came. You all packed up and all set on your way to finally reach the end of this woods. Not before turning back to see one of the sisters waving you goodbye and another standing up in like a window looking out at you to the left. They were telling you that they were keeping things at bay in the woods, and this story was pretty much reconfirmed to you when you finally reached the town of Ravencall.
Raven.
Yeah, remember it? Told me. Where a guard, as you entered the town, said normal laws apply, bar one, and that's once you hear the bell toll that you get inside and you stay inside for the night. That's it. Eventually you ended up coming to the local inn, which was called the Long Road, having a chat with the innkeeper, trying to get more info about why you had to stay in at night. Seemed a bit like, hey, just come out of the woods at night time. The sisters keep the worst of it at bay, but occasionally the odd one might come wandering through the town. You were also you found out there was 2 other people staying, or 2 other guests had come through the hotel at the inn. One was Ranlee himself, who apparently made a mess of the room, which you tried to persuade your way in, but unsuccessfully with the innkeeper at that time. And then there was Where's his name again? I have it here. Darlaren Elster, a drow, from another drow city who basically worked for the tourist board and was out trying to promote the city to try and get people to visit. He took a particular interest in Nox as being a drow herself. Kind of pushed on finding out information as to where she was from, but this information was not given up easily or at all. And then entertainment was put on for yous. Like, you all had a pretty good night and yous all retired for the evening. That's where it would start off. So guys, question.
Yes.
Are you all just saying you're all just getting a long night's rest, or is anyone doing anything?
Wasn't planning on doing anything, so I'm just gonna hit the hay and have a rest.
I think they have actual beds here.
Mm-hmm. Long rest.
They're all just having your long rest.
Is there like windows to look out if anything happens when the bell goes?
There is, because the bell had gone already. And Fardor, I believe, tried to have a look out, but rolled really badly and last thing. You wish to have a look? Go for it. You said, no, it's okay. So yeah, you have your long rest. Nothing. Probably like the best sleep that you've all had now in a long time. Like, what, 7 days it took you to get through the woods? Because none of you ever had like full unbroken sleep, because you kept switching for like different watches and all. But yeah, you all have at last like a proper long night's rest and wake up feeling refreshed the next morning.
Nice.
Jiro, I really thought it was a waste of money to be buying us individual rooms, but that was a lovely night's sleep all the time.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I just thought it might be nice to have a bit of a rest after that forest. But oh, those beds were nice and comfortable.
You know, I don't usually like being left alone with my thoughts, but it was a lovely sleep.
Well, that's good. Is everything okay? I think you're muted.
Nope.
Sorry, it's my point. Yeah, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Just thought. Look, should we get some breakfast?
Oh yeah.
I would absolutely murder just a big pile of eggs and sausages. Hopefully they have some.
Random. You all meet up in the hall and move back towards like the front of the inn, where the main kind of like tavern section was, coming out of kind of where all the rooms are. You see that there's a different person behind the bar this morning, but just looking at them, they're clearly a younger version of Jackus, the innkeeper from last night. This person's in their they're probably their 30s or so, like short brown hair, exact same like facial features as the innkeeper that you were talking to last night, the younger version.
Morning, Jackus. You had a great night's sleep, did you?
He looks up, like, that's my father, but thank you.
Sure. The good looks run in the family, so.
I'll make sure I let him know once he wakes up. What can I get you this
Oh
morning?
God, no! Don't tell him. Don't tell him. I've just heard people say stuff like that, and I thought it'd sound good, and I'm just not very good at talking to people. Please don't tell him I said that.
He'd appreciate the compliment.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Would he though? Because said he looks better this morning. Never mind. Tell him. Don't tell him.
What can I catch you this morning?
What do you have in the way of pastries?
Pastries. Have these loaves of bread that are locally made. One's like a brown. One's white.
I'll have some of that.
The white one's a bit. The crust is a bit crispier. That's
I love that. Have a white one.
about the extent of it. Oh, bye, Alan.
Well,
Can I? Yeah, I'll go with the brown.
Yeah, sure. So you just want like a slice of bread.
I like a few slices of
Listen,
bread.
I'm
are
still a
nice.
bit embarrassed about what happened 2 minutes ago, so I don't really know. Do you have like just standard breakfast platter for all?
Breakfast platter. Yeah, we could make it. I can get you breakfast. Yeah.
Poking out from behind us. Does that include eggs and sausage?
It does include egg and sausage.
Fantastic. Do you have coffee? Oh, okay.
Oh well. Not messing
Okay.
with stuff.
That's sounds great. Sounds great.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, should we grab a table and figure out what we're going to do next? Oh, actually, I was speaking to your father yesterday, and he mentioned that there was some strange symbols in one of the other rooms, and said that we may be able to take a look.
Did?
Maybe
Deception check.
you were-
Or persuasion.
Accidental deception check.
Yeah. What do I roll if Jiro is misremembering?
Is he actually misremembering?
Is he
or
actually
Yes.
misremembering?
Yes.
Oh, no. Is
So
Baron
pers-
misremembering?
No.
Okay.
Persuasion then I suppose would it be because he believes it what he's saying to be true.
Yeah. Don't
Okay,
think you're lying
cool.
to him.
Persuasion. 8. Fucking hell.
That's a great start as always, guys.
Jesus, why do I roll so shit?
And he's like,
First.
it doesn't sound like something he'd say. I can go check with him. I'm gonna get breakfast sorted for you guys first, and I'll go check with him then. It just
Can
doesn't
I-
sound.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hop
Nice.
in and try and head that situation off.
Yeah.
By explaining that I'm almost certain, well, I'm fairly sure that Jiro's misremembering, and that he said he would consider it in the morning.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for it?
I'm trying to think. You're trying to like.
Charm.
Yeah,
Charisma?
basically. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah. Yeah, because you're trying to like diffuse it.
I got a +0. Ooh, it's a 6.
Wow, this is going
Bow
real
the
well.
Shot.
As charming as a brick to the face.
Well, guys,
Well,
you know it's a bad day if I'm the best one at talking to people.
Can
Yeah,
I
just
try
say-
and
What
head
was
that
it?
off
Sorry,
now?
I
and-
Oh my
I
God,
forgot to.
no.
I forgot
Can I-
to ask your name. I feel
Sorry,
very rude. I forgot to ask your name. I feel very rude. I'm sorry,
Marek.
Marek. Morning to you, Marek.
You man.
Don't mind these agents.
Yeah, can I try and head off? Locks failure.
Just so you know, right? The DC on this gotten higher. But go for
Yeah,
it.
no, that I totally understand, but I could see Farador doing this. So, persuasion.
But what are you trying to do first?
Just gonna be kind of cut in and be like, here, listen, these two are dozy pricks. Your dad said nothing of the sort. But if it's all right with you, could we go and take a look at the room?
Okay, yeah, go for it. What's your persuasion, actually, just out of curiosity?
+3. Oh, 19.
19.
What a
Something
useless
safe
roll.
on Farador. Maybe.
Thanks, Farador.
Well, wait, hang on.
Well,
hang on.
maybe,
You
we don't
did
know
say
yet.
the DC is quite high,
A
so
high DC can be like at 25.
Yeah.
30.
exactly.
I said, thanks, Farador.
Play the game
So what
fair.
did you say again?
Trapdoor.
Sorry, Fardor, give us it again.
Just basically along the lines of
Yeah.
like these two are misremembering what happened. It like is a total misunderstanding, but be okay if we go and have a look, kind of thing.
It's your use of the word Egypt, or these two are
Okay.
Egypts, or whatever it is, like throws him off a bit and he gives a little chuckle. He's like, oh, all right. Okay, cool. Here, I'll get you breakfast first, and I'll get you the key for the room.
Thanks very much.
But just sit down and have something to eat first, because it is the morning, most important meal of the day and all that.
It's my favourite meal of the day.
Is there any news on last night? I know we were told about the bell going off. Is
Oh,
no one was hurt. Everything
No,
was okay.
Nope.
The sisters, are they okay?
We usually don't hear about them. So
Because they're a bit scary, right?
they're just a bit unusual. That's all. They're just a bit unusual.
Okay, I'm just
Lovely,
making
Helen.
sure that wasn't just me.
No, they do a great job of kind of keeping the worst in the woods. So at least nothing happened to them. We're always kind of look after themselves, but we're always kind of afraid of something happening to them. But like, so luckily that hasn't happened yet. Anyway, breakfast and tea, and then I'll talk to you again.
Thank you,
Thank you
Barrett.
so much.
Thank you.
Grab a table and get all set up. A late riser for once is Isabella, and she sits down and joins you. And she's like, so have we caused any fires yet, or are we doing good this morning? Okay, the delaying makes me worried, but that's okay.
I'll just roll a quick insight and figure out if I know what happened. 10. I don't think I know. Yeah, everything's going fine, I think.
Great. That's
Jiro
a good
nearly
sign.
fucked up, but I stepped in and saved it.
Oh, nice, well done. Well, we haven't been kicked out, I see, so that's always a really good start.
Yeah, and we're getting breakfast.
Oh, great.
They have eggs. I'm very excited.
They've
It's
got
been too long since I've had just a pile of scrambled eggs, and I love it. It's one of my special treats for the morning.
I picture Jiro being a real sloppy scrambled egg eater.
Oh yeah, yeah,
slurping
just
it
all over
up
the
there.
face. And
Can you
Did
make
I
these
say-
scrambled eggs wetter, please?
the moister, the better.
God.
Oh,
Please, never say that
as
again.
undercooked as possible.
I like it to soak into the bread, please.
Oh,
Something better than a bit of wet bread.
So yeah, eventually Eric comes back with like a few plates of like it's a nice stack of different kind of breakfast stuff. So there's like the nice thick sausages, like lovely juicy bacon, there's scrambled eggs for you. There's a few fried eggs as well, and like real rough cut up slices of the bread as well for you.
Love it.
You enjoy that, and I'll go get the key for you.
Great, thanks, Marek.
Thank you so much.
thanks, million.
Uh,
Would you have a concept of what a million is?
Oh, no. He heard somebody saying it before, and now he's just copying it.
Love it.
Nox, what's your passive perception? Did you say what the hell? Okay.
What the heck?
What the
That's
hell?
not a number.
I'm being asked to do something.
I don't usually do stuff.
I'm just here for comedy relief.
What's
It's
an Anto thing?
16.
Is your passive perception? Shit. So yeah, you
Observant.
is be
Shit.
good.
She's very
yeah.
wisdomous. She's just not very smart.
The Nox story. Yeah, so without too much hassle, can see not so much slinking their way out, but you know, approaching the table slowly, or at least kind of not even stealthily, just trying to get up as close as possible to you without you shouting them down. You see Delarin again. Hope's like, oh, morning. Did we all have a good sleep?
Actually had a delicious sleep. Usually we wouldn't get our own single rooms. Usually I share with Fardor here. He's a bit of a kicky sleeper. So I had a really good night's sleep now myself. How about you?
Oh, it was lovely. No, I didn't. If there was any kind of a ruckus outside, I didn't hear it.
That sounds a little bit suspicious, as if you
It
were
does a
outside
little bit.
causing a ruckus and you're hoping no one else heard it now. If I'm completely honest with you, that's what's coming
You-
across.
I look like the kind to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
In
Oh.
the name of tourism.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to do some kind of promotional act to try and get people to the city, but you're having breakfast.
Yes, it's usually the meal that people have this time of day.
And he like reaches around and grabs the chair and starts pulling. Do you mind if I just like obviously I'll get my own, but do you mind if I join you just so I'm not eating breakfast alone?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, actually, this is
Not at all. Pull up
private
a
breakfast
chair
for
there.
friends.
Oh, I'll listen to the young lady, I suppose. And he pulls the chair around, kind of squeezing in next to you, Knox. And who would be sitting beside Knox?
Fardor.
Fardor. So he's kind of like
Jiro,
bumping his way in.
Jiro,
Yeah.
tell the nice man how you like your eggs.
Oh,
Tell us more
No.
about your eggs.
Yeah, tell me,
no, I'm
please.
very particular when it comes to my scrambled eggs. I'm
Okay.
not a fan of fried. I'm a scrambled guy. I'm a
Oh.
scramble man.
Okay.
But they have to be. You scramble them, little some chive, some rock salt, but they have to be the moister, the egg, the more flavorful
Okay.
the egg.
Okay.
Moisture is the key.
I see.
Borderline clammy.
Do you reckon there's a way we could? I'm just gonna talk to Isabel for a second. Do you reckon there's a way that when we get Jiro to teleport us home,
Yeah,
he
we leave him behind.
isn't in the circle?
I think we could. I think.
I think that's possible. I've grown to like him. Right? He's useful to have around, and he's
Yeah,
good
but you
company.
think he could do it walking home?
But I'd like him to be waylaid for several weeks.
Yeah. So I think there's a point just before the actual teleportation happens, where we could probably like
Give him a tactical
Push
shove,
him.
is it?
out of
Yeah.
the circle, and if he's not in the circle,
Like,
just I guess timing would be key because you probably could like teleport the bottom half of his body,
yeah, I was gonna ask what are the
and then he'd just lie there and bleed out and be real
Ugh.
sad.
That would be real sad, and we'd have the top half to look after, or possibly the other way around. You know, he might.
But
get
you'd
legs.
only have the top half if I keep it alive, I guess. Which I would.
just-
Obligation.
I
Yeah.
really
I'll
thought
back-
you said there for a second.
put him
I
on
thought
a
you were like,
backpack.
I'm going to like him. And I was like, well. I like that.
Determined. I like that.
I
Okay,
just need a bit of space.
I'm putting a question mark next to tactical shove.
Yeah.
It's purely based on the moistness of the eggs at the moment.
No, but I know technically, probably, and morally, I probably will have to stop you. It kind of goes against,
Yeah.
not as in a threatening way, but maybe I just stop the shove.
And what if we were teleporting him at breakfast time, just after eggs,
Listen,
just after his excitement?
all I can do. See, the problem is now because he's talked about the egg so much. All I can see is every spoonful he's putting into his mouth,
Think of the
and I
farts.
don't know why I'm looking at it so much.
It's the jiggle. It's
Yeah.
the jiggle of the scrambled eggs.
It's like
It's
maybe
hypnotic
does he
to
have like a
get away
little
from
like
it.
tremor or something going on? But I think it's actual genuine
It's just
excitement.
It's just
These
exciting.
disgusting eggs.
Yeah.
And
all
let
I
me
can
tell
see
you one
now.
more thing, my friend.
Oh god,
The secret
Oh no, he's
is
done.
fresh goat milk.
why does he always put
Don't
goat
count.
That's
stuff?
what the smell
Goat milk.
is.
Why does he put goat stuff in everything as well? Delaran is like, oh wow, so that's a lot of thought you put into your eggs. I don't think they would be for me, but I understand why you might like them.
You're simply missing out. It's just delight and the best way to start the day.
Maybe it's an underdark thing. I don't know. So what's your plans for today? What's on your agenda? Don't mind me asking.
Oh, okay. So we don't need to answer.
We're just taking some rest in the town before
Excellent.
heading along our road to our next destination.
Nice.
I was going to say we were going to see the sights, but I think when you step outside and look that way and you look that way, that is the sights.
Yeah,
that's what
my
the
understanding
tour
is
guide
yes.
told us.
I take a nice bath.
Oh, lovely. Very, very good, very good. Sounds like you have a good day ahead.
And yourself?
Oh, I don't know. I need to. I suppose I'm heading north myself. Might set off today. What the weather's like. Yeah, a few factors just gonna take into consideration before hitting the road. But I'm heading north, in the northward direction. Towards...
Tell us more about the
More about what? Sorry.
factors.
Factors. Just the weather's good. don't leave it too late, I guess, I suppose, as well. Do I have everything ready for me to leave? Someone might ask me for more information. That might use up a bit of time. And many. I don't know if they're doing some kind of cleanup outside. I don't know if an unspeakable horror passes through the town at night time. I don't know if they have to clean up a mess.
That's a good question, actually.
Sure, it's all go, isn't it?
It is, but that's the plan. But heading north.
Is there a visitor's room?
Where
Stonereach.
are you heading to?
Heading to Stonereach, head to north.
Nice, you have family there?
I don't remember the tourist thing.
That was a
happened.
joke because of the
drow thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and because of the drow thing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. Just gonna finish my bacon here. Just gonna taps the bacon. Just gonna finish my bacon here, and yeah, just see where the day takes me. Possibly north.
You have a bit of grease on your hand there.
I know. I realise that. I don't know why I tapped bacon for emphasis.
Just make
But,
sure you get it on your pamphlets.
Just
Don't
lick
put
your
it on your
finger.
pamphlets. No
Trey, would I
worse.
get a sense of, like, with the questions he's asking and stuff, would I get a sense that it's just purely like I'm making small talk to people who are vaguely familiar to me, or is it like, is he
that
trying to know more about us than
I can
We
answer
want him
that
to.
for you if you like.
It's an inside check, actually, right?
it is an inside check if you want to do it.
Okay, yeah, go.
I know I don't like.
I
saying-
want to know what
wouldn't do an
Locke's
inside
answer
check.
is, though. I want to know what Locke's
Yeah.
answer is.
Just gonna loudly turn to. Who would I say it to?
That was a
Probably Fargo,
10, by
but
the way.
no, what would I say? What was I gonna say to him? I can't remember. I was gonna say something along the lines of like, yeah, pretty sure he's just couldn't wait for us to leave
Yeah.
and then tag along.
He needs
what
to fuck off.
fairly sure what he's angling for. He's still right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's sitting between me and Nox.
Yeah, maybe I'll put it to him. But like, Delaran, are you? Is one of the factors whether or not we leave?
Isn't it just? It looks. This part looks a bit dangerous. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't say no to company. Say no to company.
Well, think
Looks-
about it.
A bit.
I don't need to think about it. It's a no from me, pal. You're too bloody nosy for your own good. And
It seems to be a group. I don't know. Are you the leader? Maybe you do speak for everyone. I don't know, but it's just.
no, that wouldn't be me, no.
He's the louder.
I'm just loud.
Oh, I see. Sure. Listen, I will leave you to it. He picks up his plate, stands up. If we do happen to be leaving at the same time, maybe I'll tag along. Who knows?
I wonder if that'll happen or not.
I wonder if that'll happen, but I'll keep an eye out for you. And if I see that we happen to be ready to go at the same time, great. If not, I'm sure I'll see you on the road at some point.
Trig,
Hopefully not.
is he good looking as far as drow go?
Not bad looking, yeah.
Huh?
Bad look.
Apropos, nothing.
Asking for a friend.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fardar's
So
looking at Nox just like,
I'll,
Look, he's gonna follow us at a short distance, or he can just come with us.
yeah, but I don't think he needs to come into the room with us. And
No, fuck
No, when we're going to Stonereach.
yeah, but the
Not
thing about
today.
it, he's awful fucking nosy. You know full well he's gonna follow us around this bleeding poxy little tiny place.
I'm
I like
still
that you're
here.
saying he.
Shut
Well,
up, you.
I'm gonna leave now.
You were
We're talking about you.
I gotta leave now, so you can clearly have a private conversation or whether I
No,
can come or
look,
not.
sure, just come with us
Not now,
Tomorrow.
late when they're leaving.
later
Oh,
when
okay.
we
Right.
leave town.
How
Right, I
far away
will.
is Stone's Reach?
If weather's okay, about like a 4 or 5 day trek.
Oh, okay. More.
What, just have to go in a completely different direction now, just dragging them along.
Side quest.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna go to my room and just make sure everything's packed just in case. yeah, thank you.
How much stuff do you have?
Not a lot. It's already packed, if I'm quite honest. I'm just trying to be polite. And yep, thank you so much. Big backs away.
Anybody else think this is a bad idea?
Look, do you reckon he's going to pose much of a threat to us if it is a bad
That'll
idea?
be grand.
I mean, he'll be fine. He doesn't look like he'd be too dangerous or nothing we couldn't handle if he is. So
Yeah.
He's
Just
off.
like
Oh
Jiro.
no, can we just? Oh, can we stop killing people?
I didn't
We're
mean
not gonna
kill.
kill him.
We didn't say
Use
kill.
our,
Kill.
use our no.
Handle
Be
as in,
reasonable.
you know, we diffuse the situation with
We
words
rub his
and
chest
civil-
area.
Jiro can magic him away.
Yes, I literally can. I can banish him.
That's
Well, I
somehow
didn't mean
worse
that.
than
I meant
killing
like
him.
teleport him.
Guys,
You know, when you say banish that to another, yeah.
moral compass just doesn't seem dangerous. What you're talking
No,
about?
but like,
Banishing him to a different
Literally.
plane correctly?
I just
Correct?
Well,
I
first
didn't
of
mean-
all-
Jiro said banish.
Isabella.
I
First of
Isabella.
all, I literally
just don't
said
think
the
he
same
should come.
thing.
Isabella.
He's not dangerous.
For-
And
for
secondly,
what's-
that's a
Isabella.
Fardor isn't getting it
What he
correct.
does in the privacy of his own room
Isabella.
is
Yes.
It doesn't happen
Man,
that often.
huh?
Yeah, man.
Huh.
I'm just going to finish my eggs.
Oh god.
oh no, I thought we were done.
How many eggs has he
Why does
had?
he-
It's
I just in my
thin.
head, I'm picturing like that he's eating them, but like his mouth's not closing properly as he's eating them, so they're like just
Oh, yeah.
swashing around
yeah.
inside his mouth.
You know, the old
Yes.
man thing of
God.
He says it's a connoisseur thing. It's the best way to aerate them to get the most
Yeah,
flavor.
his tongue's just kind of like rolling eggs around it.
And don't forget like a little like small grunt of pleasure every spoonful
Oh,
like at the
God.
start.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh, this is getting worse.
Good egg.
I can picture it too. It's the worst part.
I hate it here.
Oh.
Anyway,
Oh,
eggs.
That's lovely, that is.
Oh.
so much detail on eggs. Oh god.
He's very, your man, he's very set in his ways, isn't he? Because I thought getting Jiro to tell him about his eggs would send him off for good, you know? But he was more than willing to sit there listening about eggs. Sorry, Jiro.
That's why I don't trust.
Fairly.
No one wants to
fairly
listen to
sure
Jiro
it's-
talk at the best of times, let alone about eggs.
I mean, if-
We had a lovely conversation recently about magic, and you were on the edge of your seat. You were enthralled,
That
if
was
I
a
remember correctly.
great conversation.
If you think back to our trek up the road, we ran into literally nobody. There's probably nobody else to tag along with
Why does he have to tag along?
because he's scared. And we're big, strong heroes.
No, yeah, listen, he looks at you, Fardor, and he sees a big, strong hero of a specimen of a man. And he thinks, I'd like that as a bit of protection now when I'm going up north.
Yeah, like you'll probably be beating off lads like him left and right.
Oh, beating them off here. There.
Yeah, really jerking them around, wouldn't he?
You need oil. Don't forget to oil yourself up while
Of
doing
course,
it.
yeah. I don't want to make the grappling too
Yeah.
easy. I like a bit of a challenge.
See, for you, like
And you get-
Jiro and his eggs, when wrestling, the wetter the better.
Oh, it makes getting them on the ground a lot easier.
Yeah, you guys are the worst. While you're having your conversation about greased up dwarfs, Merrick comes over with the key and pops down in front of you. It's like it's just down the hall, third door to the left.
Thanks a million. Really appreciate it now.
Just
Thank
don't
you.
make it
How-
worse, and try and get back the key back to me before my father goes asking for it, just in case.
Thank you so much. And how much do we offer?
Mark, that was a
breakfast?
beautiful breakfast. Thank you so much.
2 silver. For big-
Silver.
for
I'll,
everybody.
I'll leave 3 on the table as we're moving.
Okay.
Shall we?
You-
Yeah. How small are these rooms actually? Would
Yeah, I
all
was
of us
gonna
fit in the room?
Don't make it worse. All five was cramming into a room.
Yeah, it'd be a bit. Two could fit comfortably. Three if
Right.
Fardor goes
Okay, well,
in.
We might maybe
Fardor. Yeah, Farder's gonna sit at the table and actually eat his breakfast now that Jiro's not around because he can stomach it.
Okay,
so
So
you're
I
saying-
will say,
Jiro's
Yeah.
going to go
yeah.
to the room to check it out.
I think Jiro and maybe
Isabel?
Isabel probably be the best bet.
Maybe not for the magic-y business, but
Yes, maybe Nox, would you like to come? Just the more magic hands, the better. So
Yeah, true.
Jiro, that's not like a weird sex thing, is it?
no.
not
It's
this
just
time.
you have different magical knowledge to Isabel and myself, and
Oh,
it
grand.
will come in
grand.
useful.
Yep,
I
grand.
think-
Let's go. Grand.
I think Magic Hands is show in Silverkeep.
Oh,
I've seen that show.
Yeah.
Isabella,
Anyway, yes,
Isabella,
Yes.
just don't tell them.
Okay. Right. To the room. Let's have a look at this room.
And like Nox has like warm milk. She just starts to like naked before she goes. One second.
Put it down the side. I just throw in too
No,
much.
1 second.
You know you can leave it. Have it.
It will be.
we'll watch it for you.
It's not as nice though.
I don't think we're going to be in there for that long for it to cool down that much. But anyway,
Can you not
Okay,
magic it warm?
No, maybe I don't know.
I can put it on my fire sword, or we could ask them to heat it up.
Right. Anyway, bye.
Or get a fresh one.
Bye. Just waving goodbye as if you're leaving for a night.
oh, the
few
party.
days.
See you later.
So this. I'll go with the realm team first.
The
Jiro,
room.
you have the key.
Yeah, huh?
Go down, lock the door, and open it up. Inside, room has been flipped. So, like, the bed's being lifted up and pushed against one side of the wall. Like, the rug that would have been on the ground in the middle has been, like, flung to one corner as well. Like, it was all, like, pushed out to make space in the center of the room. In the center of the room, there are markings / runes, just because you mightn't recognize what the runes are without looking at more detail, but you can spot a rune when you see one. Because of your education, you can see that they're
Jiro,
Yes.
there's runes.
And markings. Well spotted.
Thank you.
a circle on the floor. I will get you to roll some shit now. Did you want to give me an investigation check first?
An investigation check. Hey, 19.
Hey,
That's
decent.
Hey.
So yeah, having a closer look at this and not really looking to try and code what it is just yet, just to have a closer look at it. See that they seem to be layered. So it looks like one spell might have been used, and then on top of that another one would have been carved. On top of that maybe another. There's maybe 3 or 4 different spells have been used. Yeah, and you can just tell by like you can see some of the carves. The wood are deeper than others, and like it's almost like it lessens the higher up it gets. Like to still be every work with the space, less force was applied to whatever carved these in.
Okay. Can I have a closer look at the specific spells to see if I can figure out what they might be?
Arcana check immediately.
Arcana check immediately. That is a 13.
It's tricky.
To rock a rhyme.
Yeah,
It-
it's tricky.
Tricky.
Alright, I'm just checking something else real.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's difficult to pick anything out. You can find parts that you recognize, but without having like the understanding of the room to the left and the right of it, it's kind of hard to figure it out.
Okay.
It's just it is like a layered jumble of mess. 13 doesn't quite cut it.
Okay.
At the
In
minute.
that case, then, can I reach into my satchel,
Okay.
pull out a feather,
Okay.
give that to Gil so he holds it in his little weasel mouth,
That's
and
fine.
tell him to run across to the other side, and then I'll also take out a pearl and hold it up and kind of trace it in the air in geometric patterns and cast Identify.
Nice. So which one are you picking Identify on? 1, 2, or 3?
I would go for 3.
3. So, first of all, Isabella's standing there and she just looks at you and that's it. Casting some magic is so convoluted, isn't it?
Oh, it's so over the top, isn't it? Like, where's he getting all these little bits and
Just-
bobs from?
I just
He
need
didn't
to
know
hold,
that's what was in his little purse.
I just need to hold this thing and like the power just kind of flows through me.
Just the earth.
Well, there's all that dedication and stuff that I have to do as well, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, but like that's believing in something. Do you know what I mean? He just has this little purse full of random shite. Pardon my language.
There's a lot of stuff in
And
there.
he's like, oh, I'll take out a shiny gem, and then I'll take out a feckin' feather, and then I'll throw this dust up into the air, and how does he remember all of it? I don't know.
So, with Identify on the third one, it's almost like in a kind of astral projection kind of view. You in your eyes see this spell kind of lift up off the ground so you can read it and see it clearer, and like as it becomes clearer for you, of course, it like you're staring out at a floor here after doing all this flapping around with stuff. The information kind of it trails into this golden, like almost like dust into your mind. It like goes into your forehead and you can understand what it was. So it is a locate spell, but a very particular one. So it's not like locate creature and it's not like a locate objects. It's more of a locate place spell, which you haven't seen before. So there is a kind of comparing this knowledge to what you know, there is definitely a strong hint of customization to it as well.
Okay. Identify says if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them.
Mhm.
Does that apply to this?
Yeah.
Friend, football friend.
Okay.
It's for the follow.
Friends forever and ever.
Sorry, Moonbeam. That took me by surprise because no one ever follows the text.
I thought,
Oh my god.
I
I thought you were reacting to having given him that yep. And you
Yeah,
were
I was like, oh my god.
Thank you for the follow.
I thought you were.
That took me by surprise. Jesus. Yes. So yeah, you could technically do it now.
Okay.
Also,
So
well
Gil-
done, Trig, for really selling the stream.
Good stream, lads. It's a real good stream.
Quality stream. So Gil skitters back up and I pop the pearl and the feather back in. It's like, well, one of them at least seems to be a spell to locate a place, and I feel like I can replicate it. So at least we can find out what he's looking for. I don't know if either of you would like to take a look at the other two to see if you can pull anything out of it. That might be as far as I can go.
Bella kind of leans in and looks like, I roll my thing on my head.
I'm not being funny, Jiro, but I just don't know how conjuring woodland critters would help in this situation.
Well, we don't know what kind of magic this is. I mean, there's 3 separate spells here, and that's why I asked both of you to come along, because there's divine magic and then there's nature magic, and sometimes I think you need to hear you're a lot more helpful than you think you are.
Just a little lip wobble.
The
Okay.
second one is necromantic in nature. Sorry to interrupt this beautiful moment, but the second one, I don't understand it completely. I just recognize some of the symbols as no symbols.
So we have a locate spell, and we have a necromancy spell. Docs, would you like to take a crack at the last one?
Yeah.
Roll an Arcana check, please.
I don't know. Not sure on that one now. Not sure on that one.
Definitely doesn't know.
It definitely looks. It looks spellish in nature.
Can I take a crack at looking at it?
So you've done one already.
Yeah. I don't want to take the piss though, so say no and I'm okay.
Yeah. You can give me a perception check though. I'll let you do that for me.
Oh wow, 14.
14.
That's really hard for me, by the way.
So, Nox has given her a rundown of what the spell is, because it's spellish in nature. Is that what you said, yeah?
It's spellish in nature, yes.
Spellish in
She
nature.
ain't wrong.
New merch. It's spellish in nature. As you are, Nox is saying that you just out of the corner of the room, you hear kind of a scratching and like a not even a scurrying. It's more of like a scratch and then a longer scratch. So it's like.
Do I hear that?
Jiro hears the first, but probably his head snapping around brings everyone's attention to it.
Can you two hear that?
That sounds less spellish in nature.
Where's that coming from? I start kind of having a look around, see if I can find the source of it.
So like starting to move some of the shit out of the way. Eventually you pull back where like the rug that was thrown one corner, you pull that back to reveal what is clearly a dead rat that's moving. You can see that its body has been twisted, and so like it's pulling itself with its front paws and like dragging the rest behind it. And Isabella looks over like necromantic nature.
When I moved the thing, I just do that. You know, when you see a spider at the corner of your eye, it's like, yeah.
Oh, when you go into a room and you see one on the wall, you just naturally go, oh, even though you've seen it clearly and it's not hiding on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it stops. Like you can see that it's looked up and looked around, and spotted you, and its mouth opens up, stays open, and like out of it somewhere similar to what you've seen Nox before in Ranlee's brother's house. Like a voice is projected out of it, and it's like, "Why do you pursue me?"
Nope.
So like it doesn't move in any way, shape, or form. It's almost acting just as like a speaker, basically.
Yeah.
And then like again, you can kind of hear this like faint echo of what's being said coming out of it first before it kind of catches up. You follow me? So it's like that, and it kind of catches up. Sorry. And it catches up with it. It's like, all I want to do is bring my family back, and I need his help. If you continue to follow me, you will force me. You will force my hand. And then the rat goes limp.
Oh God, that is deeply upsetting. Did you two hear that?
What, the disembodied dead rat talking to us about bringing back his family?
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Jiro, we heard that. Yeah,
Okay, great.
Mhm,
No, I just wanted to make
mhm.
sure it wasn't
Echoed
just
around the whole room. We heard it.
No, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great. No, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. It's
Oh,
not in my
do you know
brain.
what? I think I'll be hearing it for a long time.
Oh, that will rattle around in my brain till the day I die.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to make sure he wasn't in my head because that would be worse. I've got enough whispers going on in there. I don't need anything else. There's not much space.
Deep.
Should we go back to the other two?
Are the whispers in the room with us now, Jiro?
No, but technically yes. Long story. We'll catch up later. We've got more, pressing disembodied voices to deal with right now.
As you are moving out in the room, you see like Isabella moves in and grabs hold of her holy symbol and extends her hands out. So I'm just gonna do this just to be safe, and see this like golden flame suddenly like rain gently down on it, which ignites the rat. It burns up, just kind of leaving this kind of charred skeleton behind by the time she's like finished casting the spell. Like just in case, probably best.
You're
Read
so
that.
cool.
Right, those lights were beautiful.
So cool.
So
See.
cool.
See how it burned it?
Yeah. Wow.
Mhm.
Well,
That's
the
great.
death was definitely being twisted in half.
Might not have done it any favors, I suppose. Anatomy is my strong suit. Let's get the other two, and we can do the thing that I
When
can do
we're-
now.
I'm
And find
also
out where to go.
I'm also gonna do this, and she puts the rug back over where you put it, like just so we don't get the blame for the burn on the floor.
Oh, good thinking. Good thinking.
Randy,
Yeah.
take the blame for that one.
Okay, great.
When we're coming back down, what comes down is like a panicked Irish mammy rushing to tell someone something. That's me coming towards the table.
That
I wouldn't even
walking
know where to
jog.
There was
look
this,
at first,
there was
like,
this,
I
there was
just
this rat,
probably go into
and the
a
rat was
room and
talking to us,
say,
and the rat was very annoyed, and the rat was saying, "Don't stop, just stop following me." And Jiro says, "Oh, did anyone else hear that?" Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Jiro comes and plonks himself down beside them. It's like, okay, so there was a list. There was a layer of 3 spells, and one of them was necromantic that Isabella found, and Nox had a great look, but she couldn't quite see it because it's not nature
Or
magic.
any of them
But I found one.
spellish
It's a location
nature.
spell, and I think I can do it again
There
so we can find
actually
out where he's going.
was, Locke, thank you. There was one that was very spellish in nature.
Good.
So,
That's
then-
I was just saying to Farador, like, that's why we stayed down here, because if I went into the room and looked at it, that's about all I could tell you. I could look at it and go, that
Jeez,
looks like a spell.
Yeah, exactly.
And that one
That-
looks like another spell. That one looks like another spell. I'm good
Isabella-
at hitting things.
Council like
Certain-
comes up at this stage as well. Like, so I'm sure they've explained nothing to you, right?
Oh, that
just-
was him explaining. I thought they were just excited about magic again.
Yeah, I thought they saw a rat or something.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
rat. It was dead.
That
Right.
was a clean place.
It
I
spoke.
mean, you get rats everywhere, in fairness.
I mean, yeah.
Well, this one was dead, but it was
Wait.
alive again, and it spoke,
Magic rat.
and now dead again.
Is that normal?
Does
No.
somebody brought their pet rat back to life?
No, it's not normal. This guy we're after seems to be getting a little pissed off with us chasing him down.
I think I know how to find him.
Casually following is the
And he found
what I call it.
some kind of stuff that he's probably gonna ruin another
Did
any
you find
floor
another
with.
circle? He loves circles.
Well, I
the
was
same.
going to suggest doing this one outside somewhere.
He's a big
I'd
fan
rather
of
not
circles.
ruin another tavern room. Perhaps we could find somewhere to go and do this.
Okay.
Could do it in Delaren's room.
I think that's a great idea. So, if anything goes wrong, we just pin the blame on him.
I think maybe doing it outside, away from the town, a little bit might be
Aaron's
better.
room's perfect.
All right, let's do it outside. Nah, he's right. Come on, we gotta get it. This is the only inn around here. If we're ever back here, it's the only place you can stay.
And the breakfast is great.
And the breakfast is
Just
great,
eggs.
especially after your man left. No.
Well, I was just going to say that the
I had
eggs
a
were.
bacon sandwich and it was delicious. Few beans inside. Stayed away from the eggs because
Oh.
you've ruined them for me.
Eggs are dead to me.
So I will drop the key back to the bar, and give them a
He
very
has a
cheerful
name.
thank you.
The bar.
Go
Merrick?
on,
The
Giro.
long road
don't do
in
your
bar.
usual.
This
Hello.
bartender
Be
say?
nice to the.
Merrick?
Yeah, did this help at all? Did you get anything? out of
Yes. Yes, we have a really good idea of where to go next.
Right.
And it was really useful. Thank you so much. It was
Right.
greatly appreciated.
That's it. Just the one night. You're gonna the road now.
Possibly. If we do need a second night, we can pay up.
Oh, no
Then,
problem. I was just gonna say
um,
safe travels if you were, but
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. We just don't know exactly where we're going next. We just need to, regroup and check our maps and such. So again, thank you very much. And yes, I'll be off. Thank you.
nice guy. Horrible eggs. Nice guy.
Where's ordering them like that?
Well, yeah.
People are
Imagine
like,
he either
what?
was really specific about the order or he went in to help.
I made it
I just make it myself. Yeah.
Yeah, out of the way.
Step aside there. Just get out of the
Where's-
way.
Where's the goat's milk? Yeah. So I guess we'll pop outside and find a quiet spot.
Yeah, sounds
So,
good.
where are you doing it? Just if trying to find somewhere quiet in town
Just a
itself,
little, like a 5-minute walk just away from the town, somewhere quiet like that.
away from the town. So you're leaving the town.
Yeah, just like a
Yeah.
little bit.
No, that's fine. Yeah. No, I just wasn't sure if you were trying to find somewhere in the town quiet or if you were heading out.
Yeah, no, just to be a bit, stealthy about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's no problem at all.
Giro's walking away looking shifty as anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Holding his cloak up like this as he's walking, like. Yeah. Covering himself up like, oh.
Bleh.
You head out of town easily enough. There is a guard at the gate. He just kind of gives you a nod, a different one now than the first one, but you're probably makes more sense to head out the other exit anyway. 5 minutes away, so it's pretty barren here. Open. It's flat. Like it's like the road itself, like. Basically like rocks that have all been rocks and stones that's just been flattened over time into the ground from walking on them, like on either side of that kind of road that's leading northward. See that like these open plains are like big boulders and big rocks protruding from it and stuff, like they can give you a bit of cover. Like you could easily walk around behind one of them and be out of view of the town. But yeah, that's what you're looking at, and like it just extends on the distance where you can see the mountains on the horizon. Chill.
Okay.
That's like the window that crosses. As you step out here is got a bite to it. Like
So I'll find a nice quiet spot. Maybe if there's like a bit of a rock for just shelter from the wind or anything.
easily done.
Sit down, cross-legged, pop open my spell book, and really quickly scribble down the notes that I have in my brain about how to do this, and then start tracing it on the ground with some charcoal from my bag.
Yeah, perfect. Take your
Did-
10 minutes.
Did Laren come with us?
there's that
No,
person
no,
again.
he didn't.
Isabella.
He didn't realize that she's left yet. I think he was kind of hoping for a knock on the door, or to
Knock,
check
did he?
later, because you definitely made it sound like you were doing stuff before heading off. That's why he wasn't out watching for you.
Chiro, is this going to take long?
Locked we in.
About 10 minutes.
Is it going to teleport us somewhere?
No. This is just this is a locator spell, so we know where a place is, and from there, then we can decide where to go next.
All
Could we
right.
not have just
We forgot your
asked for
man.
a map? Why did we come out here to watch him do some spells?
Just we thought we were going. We are
I thought it
going.
was cool.
Boy,
We need to figure out where we're going, and we didn't want to do magic in the town because the town seems to be, you know, they've got their fill of magic, but we forgot your man, your drow friend.
So my friend.
Then why'd you
Well,
invite him
look.
with us?
He's gonna be stuck in that town until the next band of Egypts come through, and it's gonna be a long time.
I still
But
don't think
Jiro
he
said
should
we're
be
not
coming
going
with us.
anywhere.
We will be when I'm finished.
Oh, why didn't you tell us that then? You're not just saying we're not going anywhere. I'm not packed.
Oh, my stuff's in the room.
It's literally it's in your backpack.
Oh,
Well, my
yeah,
backpack's
that's
in the
true.
room.
The spell is to know where to go. When we know where to go, then we will walk to where we need to go.
Walk in.
My travel gilet. It's back in the room.
Okay. Gil, what was I doing? Oh, yes. Yeah. Goes back to what he was doing.
All right. Well, if you've let stuff in the inn, then I guess we're going back. But
Spell. Magic.
Isabella's like, if that like transforms him into something evil or something,
You have every permission to kill him.
Even
Isabella.
I'm just
We
making
Even
all
sure.
if-
sign off on this. We all sign off on this.
I just
okay?
want to make sure that you're okay with it in
could
case
that happen?
Maybe, but it depends on the magic. He seems fairly confident about what he's doing, but
Best not to risk it. Maybe you should just throw your axe at him now.
I've heard of all
I'll-
sorts
I'll
of
give
things with
him a few
wizards that they
minutes.
get accidentally turned into all sorts of things and they can't get back.
I met one that was a
All
hamster
this
once.
stuff.
What?
What was his name?
Hamilton.
Oh my god. Was he really cute?
He hated when you pointed that part out, but
But was he really cute but also kind of noble in nature?
yeah, and he had a tavern.
He had a tavern.
Yep, happy hamster.
Oh man, can we go there?
Oh.
He really owned it.
Now, was it named after him, or was it just an unfortunate coincidence that it was called a happy hamster and he happened to be a hamster?
No, I think he intentionally was playing it up.
Wow, sounds like a hero.
Your man could learn a bit about tourism from him, couldn't he?
I think he could. Jiro.
I'd like to go there someday.
So are all of the
Big.
storybooks real? Because we've got Vecna, we've got the three witches in the woods, we've got the hamster that runs an inn,
I also heard about a wizard that got turned into a book, but I don't know how that turned out.
we got a wizard that turned into a book. So
Say
I
that-
just need to assume that every.
Say that was a
story
real
is told
page
with
turner?
a
Well, guys,
That was his name.
Mage Turner.
Mage Turner.
Classic.
His name was Mage Page Turner.
Hello, it's Mage Turner. Attorney at Mage.
Yeah, mate.
Jiro,
Yes.
as you complete 10 minutes later, complete the ritual casting of this spell, in your mind are projected up into the sky in like a bird's eye view where you were looking down upon the party as is now.
Nothing new there.
This vision that you're seeing is then projected northward at an incredibly fast rate, and like the landscape like tearing past below you. See that it's changing as it's getting closer to Carnell mountain range. See like very briefly at a quick glance the city of Stone's Reach. Its landmark bridge coming from the east and the west that actually isn't complete in the middle, like flies past underneath you, where then eventually a bit outside the city it start to slowly descend within this mountain range. The mountain range itself is never went through a range like this before yourself. It looks dangerous, it looks cold, it looks like it could be difficult. Zooms down again closer to, you can see in the side of one of the mountain this like huge crack up along the middle of it, but like probably about nearly 100 foot wide. This wound that's basically in the side of this mountain. Your vision travels into this darkness, kind of unsure of movement and where you're going at this stage as you travel through this, but eventually it opens out into this massive cavern. It's almost like you're in the center of this mountain now that's completely hollowed out, and there in front of you is a temple with steps going up to it at the top, and at the very top of these stairs there is a throne, and sitting on that throne is a figure who is missing hands, and you can see damage around where one eye would be. And then you're back with the group.
So we're just standing there the entire time. We don't see.
Yeah, you don't
anything
see
at
shit.
So
all.
anyway, like I was saying,
So I just kind of let
I
out a
think
gasp and just like
that-
slump forward.
oh, jeez, Jiro,
You okay, Jiro?
No,
You need anything?
no. Map? Do we have a map? Is there a map? I need paper.
Mistakes made?
I
see-
thought
no,
you were the map.
I know where
Yeah, that's where I'm
Vecna
at.
is.
Locke, do you reckon this is just him getting high and then like going on some sort of trip?
No, seriously, I know where he is. Do we have a
Or
map?
are you just
I
here
need
to
a
make
map.
sure
Yeah.
he doesn't swallow his
I've
tongue
got
or
a
something?
map.
Okay, so I grabbed,
Well, I
grabbed the
mean-
map, grabbed the charcoal, and like feverishly
Don't draw me map.
write out like a pathway
Do it neatly.
to where it is.
Yep.
And then
I'm just gonna show that to people after we were done.
grab one of my notebooks, flip it
Anyway.
open, and start doing a sketch of the temple I saw, and then kind of like just this is where he is. He's on here. He's here. I saw his eye, his damaged eye, and he was missing a hand. He's found Vecna. We need to get there. We need to get there now.
I thought we were looking for your man, not actual Vecna.
You did
Well-
an Arcana check
I
with
thought that was a. I
advantage,
thought that
Jiro.
was a. I thought
Yep.
that was a bigger problem for, bigger people.
He's got a head start on us though.
Can you teleport us there?
25.
Nice. So after casting the spell, you have a bit more of an understanding of the spell. So it is you located a place. And understanding and looking at the spell, you can see that within the runes and marking, you can see where the spell itself, and then basically a gap for that place that you want to locate, which is filled. And now, because you can kind of understand it better after being there, it is in so many words written that like the final resting place of Vecna is what's written there. This gap. So
So
that's
point
what
at that.
that's what you've located.
So I'll point at that gap and say this here, this means Vecna's resting place. This is his tomb, his temple.
Oh
We're
shit!
Is this where we have to go?
this is where we have to go. We have to probably get there before him, or we're going to be fighting a terrible, horrible, I don't know, Lich King, whatever you'd call him, from
And could you
beyond.
see where he was in relation to this hollow mountain place?
Inside.
He was actually at it.
No, sorry, I misunderstood. No, I just found the place. I have no idea where he is himself.
Okay.
So I saw the temple, I saw the throne, I saw the figure of Vecna. I know where that is, so we know where he's going.
And you
So-
can't teleport us there now, just straight there.
Did
What
I
does he
have
look like?
Did I have a teleportation thing for Stone's Reach, or was it just
Nope.
to where we are now?
Just where you
Okay.
are now. The last one I think you have is to get you back to Duskmore. Hey, I remember that.
I can't get us there faster, and he looked like a figure of a person with a damaged eye and a missing hand, which matches
Yeah.
the
Jeez,
the
that sounds
story.
very scary.
I think we need to
Historical.
leave immediately. There's no time for your man. We just need to get going.
we
But
need
your
to get
stuff-
going.
Bag.
But Fardor,
Oh, shit, me-
you're back.
me delay.
Yeah.
My delay.
Your travel delay, Fardor.
My
It's back in
travel
the room.
delay. Oh, do you reckon we could sneak in and get it without him seeing us?
No.
Certainly try.
I have a disadvantage on stealth, so I'm not going to try that. Okay, we better start moving then. So
Yeah, see if we can get horses maybe. Get there a little bit quicker. Or at least the stone reach a little bit quicker and then go on foot from there.
I was ready for it this guys. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the
Hey.
follow.
Rollers
Thanks,
of
friends.
fate. Thank you for the
Oh,
follow.
that sounds like a D&D thing.
That does
It
sound like a
does.
D&D
That
thing.
does sound like a D&D thing.
That's
Definitely
what the
sounds
thing
like
that we're doing.
that's what we're doing with the dice and
We
all.
do rolling.
we
Sometimes, not very
Nobody.
well.
see us rolling.
Thank you for the follow.
Love it.
Sorry, I missed that last bit you said, guys, because we need to fix our sound alerts.
We were talking about getting some horses and getting to
Oh,
Stone's
nice.
Reach.
Yeah,
And then
sounds-
probably
and
gone
then
on foot
up
from there.
I
Okay.
don't remember seeing any horses, but there's probably horses.
And that's what the monsters eat at night.
Oh, maybe the monsters eat the horses.
Maybe
Sure.
the monsters are the horses.
Are those?
Maybe the monsters were the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Don't ride the horses after midnight. Or don't feed them after midnight.
We also got a raid, guys.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, hello.
Hi there, rollers of fate. That's a cool
It
name.
was a D&D thing. We were correct.
Ah,
And Frost Raven, thank you for the follow as well. Really appreciate
Ooh,
it. Hello.
Frost Raven.
Hello, everyone, and thanks, Alan, for the shout out.
No water.
How goes your
You
campaign,
have
or what
follow.
were you doing? What were you doing on your stream? Well, you have to think about that. I'm going to play our intro for the stream.
True.
Intro.
Best one. Intro.
Intro.
Bye. Hello. So,
Hello.
I am Trig.
Hello.
That up there is Kiki, my wife, and we use the same games and stuff. Now we do a D&D campaign every Wednesday, and there's all these great plans to do like one shots, other tabletop.
Hey, I've put
RPG.
the plans in motion for the one shots now,
That's
so
true.
they're gonna
Plans are
happen.
That's true. There's also guys like Lord of the Rings. Have you ever heard the theory that the corruption didn't travel through Frodo into Sam while he was carrying them, and he could technically have tied the ring to a mouse? We're gonna act that out. We're gonna make a game of that.
Can I just say, I love how proud of this you are.
I really am
It's a great
proud of
idea.
it.
Don't get me wrong, but I
You-
just love the how you talk about it with such pride.
Even know where it's gonna start from. It's gonna start from Rivendell,
Baron, you don't have to live with the man.
when the Fellowship would have formed, and that's where the adventure is gonna start from. Frodo's going to bring the ring still, Rivendell, and someone there is going to have the smart idea like, oh, why don't you just tie it to a mouse and carry the mouse to Mordor? Throw the mouse into the fire.
Can I just play
I
the
don't know
part
why-
of the person who suggests that, and then I'll just leave?
I don't know why, but I'm picturing Brett from Fly the Concourse like, why don't you just tie it to a mouse?
To mouse? Fuck it in the fire? Jess, that's it. Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Hope you had a great stream as well.
Also, just saying, Frost Raven is the coolest name ever.
It's such
Do you ever
a
wish you could go back in time and give yourself a different username? Like, I'm just Kiki.
Yeah.
clearly. I just feel it was like a really badass name to match with a D&D campaign, some way, shape, or form.
I just went with, that's what They call me.
Yeah, same here.
Call me.
It's the name I got from a job. Look.
And mine's a name I got from falling down the hill one time.
But yes, thank you so much. Our group of adventurers are heading north, hunting down so it's a home brew campaign we're doing, with a mixture of like just some classic D&D stuff in it as well. So they've just located or become aware of the last resting place of Vecna, and it's our world's version of it. So yeah, it's taking a few classic things and changing them up a bit, while making
As you like to say, loosey goosey.
loosey goosey,
Remix.
while making shit up about everything else. But yes, so you were going to get horses or look for horses, correct?
Look for horses, yeah.
Yes.
Horses for courses, yep.
Horses. Cool. So
I don't want to be rude, but we've travelled places at very fast speeds before, and are we sure that horses are gonna cut it?
I think
What-
it's probably
what do
as
you
fast as
suggest?
we
I
can.
think it's more, yeah.
We don't really have any other option.
Do we know any other magic people? No offense. No offense.
Nox, can you turn in? You can turn into Can you turn into a very, very, very large bird?
Just
Maybe.
fly the ring to Mordor.
I don't know if I don't know if I can do that big.
Yeah.
Well, could you do it big
you
enough
see
to
me?
carry one of?
I'll get a
Box of
horse,
further?
so shall I?
Well, I'm just thinking you can turn into animals.
Jumping
could use
in my
polymorph.
armor, like.
Isabella has wings.
I don't think she can use them for general flight. I think that's
Fine.
against the terms and conditions.
No,
Isabella?
I
In terms and conditions of having wings.
know I can use them.
Well, listen, if you
Any given time.
Nox,
At
if you
any
turn it,
given time, yeah. I'm just it's politer if we're all going somewhere together that I go with you guys as well.
Nox, if you turn into a board, I could just like ride in
Board.
your back.
I'm bored.
What are you gonna do to me?
I could ride in your back.
Oh, what does she need to turn into?
A board.
Oh, that should be funny.
Bleeding rapid.
She's so cool. I mean, yeah.
No, maybe horses. We'll try horses first.
I'm just gonna put it like you guys can fly. I didn't like the elevator in that hotel we stayed in. I'm not flying.
What happened?
There.
You guys can fly. I'll see you there. I'll get a horse.
What? So, Nox, how big of an eagle can you turn into?
That's a solid question, Trig.
Can you turn into a giant eagle? Because if you could turn into a giant eagle, Locke could sit on a horse, and you could pick the horse up. So he feels a bit more comfortable, maybe. It's a suggestion.
Can be like Sean Bond. I'll just climb the mountain. You guys can fly there. I'll just climb the mountain. It's fine.
I presume this is a walking and talking nonsense.
Yeah.
We're heading back
You'll
towards
get
the
there
town.
when the rest of the party's being killed and turned into horrible undead creatures. And you're like,
Oh,
well,
I gotta kill my friends.
arrived late for that.
Locke, I could polymorph you, and you can fly yourself.
I don't think he likes flying in general.
Where does my stuff go? If you say inside me, I'll put my sword inside you.
Magic?
Fair argument.
I've never actually used polymorph, so I don't really know.
Oh, good.
Yep.
So you'll turn
Desperate
me
times.
into
Desperate
a
times.
Listen,
literal guinea pig.
I was thinking more along the lines of maybe they had some kind of circles and stuff. If that's not the thing, and Locke doesn't want to fly, then we'd be better. Let's go and let's
You know-
just figure it out.
That's a much better idea. Yep. I'm on board.
I just make a settling suggestion that just popped into my head, character and DM.
Always.
We possibly go back in the woods and maybe ask Creepy Sisters. Is that something they can do?
No.
Witches?
If they're keeping
It's a great idea.
creatures
That's-
at bay, they
You
clearly,
just want more jam.
Yes.
they clearly have some
And
kind of
bread.
magical power behind them.
I
That-
think that's a brilliant idea.
Did we ask how long ago it was that Raylan was in town?
Yeah, so he DM's voice. Yes, he does have a few days ahead of you.
Okay.
Have a few days ahead of you.
If we're back at the town, can we ask how he's traveling?
You're going back in.
Either the guard or the innkeepers, whoever's. Maybe the innkeeper, because they'll know who I was talking about.
Yeah, probably would be your best bet. Like, at the same time, the guard wouldn't see people coming and going too often. But yeah, the innkeeper would probably be your best bet. Go back to Merrick.
Great. I'll do that if we've walked and talked far enough.
He's yeah, you would have, yeah. Just like cleaning up a bit. There's like kind of no one around because it's kind of the morning started now at this stage. So if anyone was there to have any breakfast and stuff, they're finished and gone off to start doing what they're doing. Darlene isn't there. Darlaren isn't there, which is a plus for you guys. Yeah, he's just taking care of business. Like, oh, you're back.
Hey, we were just wondering. Well, I was just wondering how. You remember the guy who ruined your room? Do you remember how he left? Was he traveling on foot or by horse? Or
So there was a bit of how we discovered the room once there was a bit of commotion in it, and when we went to check, he wasn't in there anymore.
oh, so you didn't see him leave?
No, but the window or anything wasn't open. So
Could he have gotten a horse from town? Or
Oh fuck.
oh yeah, you could have easily got a horse. Yeah, there's stables. It's not so much that we rent out horses here. You buy them. The odds of seeing horse coming back.
Yeah, return visitors.
Yeah, it's
Get
not
it.
high. Tough out there.
It's tough. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Do you need anything else? Need anything to drink? Are you all good?
I think I'm okay.
All good for now. Thanks, pal.
If you need anything else,
Thank you.
Shall we go to
Jiro,
Yes.
I believe you said a no word there.
No, sorry, that was player.
Never mind, it was the voices in my head.
Voices in my head.
That's something that Gavin knows. Who's Gavin? Baron knows, but Jiro doesn't. Shall we go
I'm gonna
to
go find
our-
that stables and see what the crack
We-
is. whether or
We're
not
gonna
there's
ask the
a horse.
witches.
I think we should probably ask the witches.
They're not even witches. They're
Listen,
three
I
lovely
know,
ladies. Let's be
I
honest.
know I was
They
questioning
did
the
treat
whole
us with a
going
lot
on
of
horseback
hospitality.
thing, but they poked their little heads in when we were sleeping.
Probably to make sure that we were sleeping soundly
I
because
could
they're
have
very
been
nice.
snoring.
And then they wouldn't have made a big deal out of it because they're
Yeah.
lovely. They gave us jam. They gave us bread. They gave us
They
a
gave you
warm
jam.
room.
The townspeople said that if we were wandering the house, they would have killed us.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd do the same thing if someone wandered around my house.
Yeah, fair. Me too.
Look, I will admit, I was scared and skeptical, but they treated us with kindness and hospitality. And like Isabella said, if they're protecting the town and the forest, if we tell them, hey, Vecna may be coming back, do you mind popping us over to this place here? They'll probably be like, yeah, sure, do our job for us. We'll stay here and hold down the forest.
Do our
Do you
job
reckon?
for us.
Do you reckon as witches that they can hear really far and know exactly what? Do you think they would have an understanding of the impression that Jiro just did to them?
Guys, don't worry. Everyone in the town hears for them. Don't worry, guys. horse.
Brilliant. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm losing faith in whether or not a horse is going to be fast enough to overtake your man. So
Yeah, I
we can
think
leapfrog
you're right.
ahead of him. I guess
Do
it's
the
magic.
witches?
I'm not flying. I
have
tell
him?
you that much. Unless
Oh yeah, I'm not particularly big
unless
fan of flying
it's
now
my
myself.
last option. I mean, I will, but like I want to try every other opportunity first because I don't like heights. That's why I stay on the ground.
Fair. Not a fan of slugs. That's my thing.
I don't. That's not relevant.
I'm just trying to relate. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
just
and I'm just mad about flying.
Let's just.
I wasn't going to turn into a slug, Jiro.
That would be way
That'd
too
be
slow.
slower.
Wouldn't help.
It's a walk, like if you're gonna be a slug.
Can we circle back to the slug thing? Just
I just don't like them. There's no reason for it. I just don't like them.
okay.
I just they're icky and slimy, and I don't like them.
I was just
Icky
curious.
and slimy.
Yes. Am I wrong? Point to the lie.
It's just
Are we
not the best
bringing-
description.
Aaron, girlfriend,
No,
show of hands.
I mean we're not really traveling to where.
I don't think we should bring him to the Creepy Sisters for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great
Yeah.
idea. In fairness, it's putting his life in jeopardy, and like we don't want to be doing that.
Okay, Marek, did you hear all of that?
Sorry.
Forgot where we were.
If Delaran asks after us, can you tell him sorry? But where we're going is a little bit too dangerous for bringing tag-alongs.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Great, thank you. I'm gonna leave him a gold behind as well for our hospitality and putting up with our bullshit.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll let him know. I haven't seen him today. Don't know. I think I might have left a bit earlier on, or we just wandering around the town. But yeah, I'll let him know.
Thank you. Definitely
Okay.
gonna have to explain
To the
him
witches.
myself.
The witches.
To the witches.
Witches.
So, back out town, that rocky hill that you came down from the night woods. You can see it from this perspective. Looking at it, it's just this wall of dense, dark, barked trees. Like looking left and right, it just seems to expand onwards, and then there's this little path that leads up into the cutout road, basically tunnel that goes through the woods itself. Even when you get up to the edge, when you get up to the edge of the woods, like looking back into that, like that tunnel going through it, like you can already feel the heaviness of the air that in there, and like just that feeling of it, like you can already feel it pushing down on you before you even start into it properly.
Wasn't looking forward to coming back into this woods.
Yeah, I'm having a few flashbacks to walking.
You're
through the
having a few
forest.
flashbacks, are you? To when you got lovely jam and bread and you had the best day ever.
Yeah, I didn't like climbing up the tree. All right, that wasn't very nice.
Then don't be climbing up any trees.
I was trying to see if we were getting towards the end. Come on,
Telling us to
Knox.
go and visit your
Look,
little
This is
little
what the
fancy
forest
women.
does. This is what the forest does. It breaks people apart.
So
Yeah, what-
you step on into the woods, and straight away you're greeted by that like muted, soundproof room feeling on you, where it's just like this. You'd expect your voice to echo, but it just like stops dead, basically right in front of you. Feeling, and you start off. It's a couple of hours trek back. Probably feeling a bit better this time because you know where you're going, and you know you can just stop and turn around and leave again. You know where the exit is, so that makes it a bit easier. Yeah, can someone give me a survival check anyway, please?
Who is the highest?
We fail and die.
+3.
I'm +0, so I'm no use.
+3. Oof. A 9.
Just out of curiosity, what would I have gotten? Oh, okay, never
Where would
mind.
you check? Oh, that's much worse.
Yeah.
There we
Oh
go.
dear.
You walk in with all confidence, going right. I remember going this direction now. The house is just gonna be up here on the right. I remember how to clearer there because you could see the house from the road. Kind of get to that point where you think it is. Shit was should be here. Be here. Maybe it's a bit further down. Whether it moved or whether it just took you longer to get there, it does probably take 2 hours more than you would have liked to have been in the woods to finally back down and find that little opening, the house in off the main.
Phew.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
I mean, Jiro knows what we need. But yeah,
I
I
definitely.
think you
I'd
knocking
say-
on the door and saying hello to them would be the best bet because you've had a great relationship with them, and then I can follow up with why we need help.
Also, Jiro has the personality of Locke, so I think him introducing, and I think as well he looked around the house and I guess
Shush,
so yeah, so
I
yeah.
don't really want to say that. I want the witches to know. know that they know that he walked around the house.
We are standing beside each other again. I can hear you all.
Yeah.
Would you
I
ever
know.
stop eavesdropping?
We were standing beside each other.
Farther,
It's not
go knock on the door.
eavesdropping, Just
The amount of
Bardo
things
just walked.
that
Bardo's
you
already gone.
just happened to
Just at the door,
hear
like,
is outrageous.
Did you go
oh
further?
shit,
Yeah.
he's gone.
yeah.
So while you were having
Shuffle run after him.
your little whisper argument, you hear a echo, which is unusual because it seems to be a bit of an echo here. As Knox, the highest perception, passive perception. As you are walking down the path towards the house, you think you see a bit of movement off in the trees, kind of moving along with you. But when you look, you can't see anything for definite.
Does anyone feel like there's something with us?
Jiro, Isabel.
Oh yeah, but like someone who's pretending they're not.
Fire door.
Mhm.
The door opens to you, and Abby is standing there. Her blonde hair again, like emerald green eyes on her, looking down at you. Oh, hello again.
Hey Abby, how's it going? I'm
Good.
not sure if you remember us. We were staying here with you there recently
I do.
for a night. Yeah. So we have a bit of a predicament because we've recently found out that Vecna is apparently on his way back into the living world, and we need a little bit of help. My friends seem to think you're witches, so we're just wondering if you're magic, if you have any sort of magic abilities.
You just tell. Did you just say that they were?
Yes.
Jero, would you let the woman talk?
It's just. I've
Here.
recently found a spell that lets me locate where Vecna's tomb is, and there's somebody on his way there now who wants to resurrect him in an attempt to bring his family back. And then I show her the sketch of the tomb that I made.
Did you?
And that's my map.
You find this poking around places that you shouldn't have been? Gives you this like
Jiro.
big wide grin, which almost like extends out a bit as well into like a incredibly unsettling, and like them bright green eyes you can see kind of darken from the pupil out, And, like, just as like as like the page passes across her face, like it's back to normal.
So
So
it
it
kinda,
kind of like
kind of like look down, like kind of like sink into myself a little bit, and say, we found this in the inn in the town up ahead, and we understand that you and your sisters are the protectors and the caretakers of this beautiful part of the world, and you showed us great kindness and hospitality, and we have nothing that we can offer in return, but as the protectors of the area, we hoped you might be able to help us.
Sure, we
Good.
can find something that you can offer in return. Please come in.
See, I told you they were lovely. Nothing but nice hospitality every single time.
I'll follow Fardor in.
Carter is leading the way. Blindly.
She leads you through that that's like sitting room area that you spent the night, out into the hall and then into the dining room area, as it's like the bigger space for everybody. Like Jiro, you can see it now. Being in the day, it seems to be lit up as well, and there's also a fire, also lighting as well. It's just like a long wooden table with 3 seats. There's no placements on it this time like there was when you looked in last time. And like she places down the map and like the picture of the temple, and it's like, so explain to me again why we should help.
Well, I'm sure that you're aware of Vecna and the power and the destruction that could be wrought upon his return. And we also, as I mentioned, are aware that you are the caretakers of this area and protect the town and the forest.
I believe the word witches was used.
That's what they said. I don't believe it for a second.
Well, I must beg forgiveness. Perhaps the wrong term was used. How would you describe yourself?
Please continue with your little presentation of why we should help. Completely different demeanor and vibe coming off or compared to what it was last time.
Oh, Baron.
So there is a man from the Duskmore Arcanum
Always a man.
I know,
is on
right?
the way to resurrect,
Man,
to
huh?
try
Fucking
and
man.
resurrect Vecna, because his wife and child were taken from him,
Oh.
and he wants to bring them back at any cost. But we're of the understanding that if Vecna is able to be resurrected, it can only mean destruction and death, the likes of which have not been seen in centuries. We'd like to stop this from happening.
Are you an educated tiefling yourself, sir?
I would like to describe myself as such.
He's not.
You know that there's 2 trains of thought when it comes to Vecna. The one where he can be resurrected, and the other actually is dead.
Yes.
Will take on the idea of him.
Yes.
So, what happens if your little friend went all the way up into these mountains? Be disappointed.
Well, he's already created some kind of undead creatures. We've had
Oh, impressive.
entangles with them before, so at the very least, we want to stop him from doing something.
One of them
bad.
was a mouse.
One of them was a mouse. He's reanimated corpses.
So, before I bring this, my sisters, I need to know what we'll get in return. 'Cause maybe we'd like to meet Vecna, being horrible witches that live in the woods and all.
Don't don't be paying
Now,
any
to
mind
be
to what they
fair,
say.
there was 2 trains of thought. The other one was that you were badass warrior women protecting the forest.
That's
That
what I
one's
said.
obviously nicer, huh?
That one is nicer. Your friend here should have really led with that one.
That's
He
what I
should
thought.
have, but he just gets very, very verbose sometimes.
But listen, what we get in return?
What would you like?
What have you got to offer?
Not a whole lot now, if I'm honest.
Not going to demand unreasonable.
Is gold any use to you?
No.
Nah, I didn't think so. How do you feel about 4-lined Gillet?
I don't really feel the cold.
Yeah, true. It's a lovely house. Very well insulated. Couldn't get over it when we stayed here now, being honest with you. Lads,
I had
do
to
we
check
have anything
the
to offer?
insulation everywhere, though, didn't you? Or at least one of you.
Did we? I
Look
don't know.
out.
Did we? Who? Nah, that doesn't
So-
sound like us.
I don't know
I could
if
offer.
I don't know if we all know. That
No,
Jiro
we
was
don't know,
speaking,
do we?
actually. Only
No.
Fardor would have known.
And he
I
was
think-
too
Yeah.
busy being bored to death by
Yeah.
He's too
his
busy being bored
talker
here.
thing.
Sorry, yeah, okay. So
I
none
think
of us
Jiro
know that, yeah.
said about the door opening alright, but not
Yeah.
anything about
Yeah.
actually walking around.
So none
Look,
of us
I'm so
can-
sorry. I had a quick look at the bookshelf because I was wondering if he's had anything that I could read because I was a bit nervous to go to sleep and I find it easier to go to sleep if I read myself to sleep.
Oh,
And I just wanted to see if there was
And-
any stories that might be good.
it's not.
If we're
don't-
being
Do you
honest,
look at their books?
I
if we're
could
being,
offer a truth. When we were here, my curiosity took the better of me, and I did look into this room we are in now.
What did you
And
see
I
when
can-
you looked into this room here?
I saw a beautifully laid out dining room.
why the fuck do we bring this lad with us anywhere? Do you know what, right? If he wasn't with us, we'd have no idea Vecna was alive, and we'd probably just die in peace.
That's fair.
You could probably just sit back and wait for the black cloud to take us all.
We just wait for the world to fucking kill us, because this prick's gonna get us killed quicker.
And I can offer you my apologies and my atonement.
Why would you do that in the first place?
So, I appreciate
Usually.
that. I really do. And gained my respect back. And by extension, and my sisters as well. But, 3 of you have very interesting items on you.
Oh yeah, what are they?
I would just like to see one of them.
Okay.
I took the liberty of betraying your trust, therefore, and I take off the pendant and I lay it on the table.
She reaches down from it, but as Jiro, you been with this pendant a long time, so place it on the table. You can't help but like keep an eye on it. Almost like her fingers have extended and are wrapped around it, but at the same time, while she's bringing it back closer, it's just gone back to her normal, like, small feminine hand has picked it up, and like she's just holding it in her hand and kind of moving it around, like having a look. That's the name. She hands it back to you.
Would you be into crystal collecting yourself?
No, I'm just curious about this unusual group of people that showed up at our door one night.
What are they like?
They are working their way
It-
onto my good side again.
Sorry.
So, What do you want?
Just a bit of assistance would be lovely if you could. We're trying to beat the lad that's trying to resurrect Vecna to Vecna's tomb. So if there's any way that you could help us to teleport or get there quicker ahead of him, that'd be brilliant.
So, what you drew, Jero? You drew a picture of.
It was the tomb, and then on the map is the path to, like, the path that I saw in the vision to where the crack is in the cave.
So, we could certainly try get you to the temple, but there's a possibility of you teleporting midair, possibility of you teleporting some more treacherous place within the mountain range. There's several possibilities. Things that could go horribly wrong if we try and teleport you just using this picture. We could probably confidently teleport you to Stone's Reach safer.
I think that it's kind of addressing the rest of the group. I think that would be good. What do you think? It gets us there quicker.
But we don't know where he is.
Yeah, but he's like maybe 4 days, 5 days ahead of us, and that's about how far Stone's Reach seems to be if you get good weather. So that would be a great help. Also,
How
not
was
midair.
How was your little prey traveling? Do you know?
We
Farewell.
have no idea.
The person you're after.
Oh, we don't know. In fairness, he could already be at Vecna's tomb and we wouldn't have a clue. We're just trying to hope to get as close as possible so that we stand a chance of stopping him.
Well, I haven't sensed any apocalyptic events happening, so that's a plus, I guess.
Yeah, and you're very wise, aren't you? So that's probably that's reassuring. Thanks, Happy.
Like the whole time, she's like running her hands down the table, like along it. Who would notice that most? Just this constant movement along the table, like who would have used
Farther.
it?
Not farther. You'd be oblivious.
Hero's shitting himself, so he wouldn't.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lock type
I
scenario.
think it'd be a lot.
or
I just didn't want to say.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like-
terrifyingly looking at everything.
Yeah,
Can you give
taking
me
everything in.
a perception check then, please, while all this is going on?
Certainly. That is a 20.
20. So you do notice that there's dark stains on this table, especially around like where the seats are. So when Hero poked his head in, he saw like 3 plates laid out, and it's almost like dark stains or like splashes from someone frantically eating something that would stain wood dark if it was left on it for too long and not cleaned away. And you notice that like you can see clearly like the ring of where the plate or bowl would be, and like the splash marks kind of around it, creating a silhouette of it in it. You can see that a few of these splashes haven't fully turned dark yet. They're getting there.
Dear.
Mm-hmm.
They might have been red in color originally
They may have
when
been,
they hit this table. So
Nope.
So I can go talk to the other two, see if they will agree to do this. We can send you to Stone's Reach. I do appreciate that you showed me your very pretty little crystal. I do appreciate that. But I'm sure they'll probably still want something more in payment.
What do we have that you'd like?
You tell me. What have you got that you're willing to give up?
I don't really have anything of interest. I have a spider.
Can I see that?
Yeah, sure, yeah. This is Ben.
And like
Go on now, Ben.
again, probably Locke again more than anyone. Like when she reaches her hands out, like her fingers just unfurl, like almost twice as long as the spider crawls onto it, and like she like encases it in her hands.
Be gentle with him now. He's a lovely little soul.
Oh, he's definitely something.
He's a spider.
Like holding her up and look. What did you get for your perception again there, Locke?
20.
Tiny. Barely, but because you're on such high alert, any second now I'm gonna reach back and grab my sword. If anyone farts loudly in the room, this shit is on. You just make out ever so slightly her lips moving, like she's almost whispering to the spider. Like she holds it closer, like she's listening, and like doesn't give off kind of any reaction. You can try. It's up to yourself. If you want to try and gain more, you can do a insight check, see if you can pick up anything. But it's completely up to you. You at the same time, if you roll your insight check and it goes horribly wrong, she might notice that you're trying to read her. So
Probably
it's
trying
up to
very
you.
hard not to look like I'm reading.
Obviously looking everywhere else.
Oh, look at those. Look at that lovely staining on the table. No, don't look at the staining on the table. Look at
Oh,
the.
look at the cornicing up there. That's lovely.
What's
Oh,
that on
yeah.
the floor
Actually
under
not
the table? Nope.
splatters of blood. Nope. Don't react to that either. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to go seek any more insight than.
She hands the spider back to you, Fardor.
Ah, you Ben. Get to the pocket. You've made a mess in there. You can clean that up. I'm not cleaning it up.
If you wouldn't mind staying here, and she glares at you, Jiro. I will be back in a moment. Go talk to my sisters.
Gio, you just behave yourself now.
Yes.
Ye-
Thank you.
These lovely ladies are about to help us again. Don't
Out.
you fuck this up for us.
Out
Nope, I'll be
of
right here.
the room. Like she leaves the door open, so whoever's kind of closest to the door, you can clearly see the hallway. Your ascend stairs in the middle, which you knew were there. Like hear the walking upstairs and another door opening.
I think it's very obvious, but I am terrified.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Just shut the fuck up
We're
and wait.
just gonna be quiet. And now
So
we're
sorry,
saying
but that
things.
was the most serious Knox has ever been. Oh, I have tears.
We're gonna sit here quietly and hope that they help us. And if
Yeah.
they decide not to, hope that they let us stay here because it's getting dark out.
But I think, personally, I prefer to take on what's ever in the woods. Here. Hero, did you
Did you
poke
sneak
around while we were here? Hey, they seem
you know
kind of. They seem
Do you
like.
know what annoys me the most about this? Do you know what annoys me the most about this? It took you like 20 minutes to apologize for that.
Seem like
I didn't know what they were hinting at when they got to the door first.
really pissed off about it.
The first thing you should have done was
I'm not
apologize.
reading people. I don't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Evidently.
I'm not good with people. We know this already.
They're not people. I don't think they're people. How could you still not be good with them?
We're not.
That's
We're not.
because
talking
you
about
all
that
just shut
Yeah.
the fuck up and wait.
Okay.
What do you think's happening here, Fardor? Just out of curiosity.
I think that the lovely women who have helped us before are about to help us again, and that we just need to sit here and be patient like she asked and just wait for her to come back
Hey,
to us.
that's
Yep. And
good. You're
don't knock under the table.
Um,
We're at the
listen.
table.
Am I wrong?
No.
They gave us a warm room the first time. They gave us bread, raspberry jam,
They give you
and
bread and jam.
then they sent us off on our merry way. No one was eating. Nothing happened. There was no consequences to me trying to bite the wall. It was grand.
What?
He thought it was ginger.
Now we've come
My
back.
bad.
She's listened to us. She accepted his apology because she's nice like that.
Yeah.
And then she's gone off to ask her sisters to help
She
us. So, in my estimation, you guys are overreacting, and you just need to relax and let's just see what happens. Let's see what she comes back with, and stop whispering and making yourselves look suspicious.
You are terribly wise, Fardor, because that's pretty much the long and short of it.
Don't say short.
So
Look,
what?
Look,
What you told me?
Can I-
Situation.
can I get you to do another perception check, please?
Slightly. This one was an 18.
18. So still trying
That's
to
so wide-eyed.
yeah, still trying not to focus on anything. Kind of
Anything in particular.
looking around everywhere, looking into the corner of the room, looking on the floor, looking onto the ceiling where you make eye contact with an eye peering through a crack, looking down again, like just trying to look nowhere in particular. You hear movements from upstairs and they're coming down the stairs, and it's Abby again, and she
Catch.
sails towards you with a almost gliding down the hall towards you. So I have just a situation with my sisters, and I have informed them about certain things that I have learned and certain things that have been asked of me, and we agreed to help you.
Thank you so much. You're very kind. That's we owe you a big debt now at this stage with all the stuff that you've been doing for us.
Just gonna kick Farther in the chin.
Oh. Ow. What did I do? What did I say?
So she's like, if you wouldn't mind, we will. Well, sorry. First of all, are you ready to go?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate this.
Excellent. If you wouldn't mind following me outside. And Jiro, she looks at you and like holds her arm out, like waiting expectantly to be linked.
I kind of take the cue, because this is the one social cue that he's grown up knowing, and kind of like ride himself and give his jacket a bit of a straighten, and then just very gentleman-like take the arm.
And like she rests her hand on your hand, and like you can almost feel it like extending over yours to be like, so when it'd be resting underneath, the rest of her fingers are already closing in under, making this like whole horrible like cage around you. And she's like, glad to see you actually do have manners. Like she gently tugs you along.
She gives me a gentle tug. That was
It's a gentle tug.
All right.
Jesus.
The worst thing.
And you've always got to cut tension with a wank.
Yeah.
It's the best way to do it.
He leads you outside, where so it's out just like on the little path that led up towards the house itself, and the other two sisters are there. So Milena with her like deep red hair, and Rayanne with the hood up over her, but you can see like the like dark black, darker than any shadow around you, locks of her hair like hanging down out. They're in like a corner each, kind of waiting for you. So if you wouldn't mind stepping here, please.
Sure.
I carefully place myself exactly where they asked me to.
Yeah. So we'll begin this. We'll close. You will either be directly within the city or close enough to the city when we do this. But you will be on the ground. You will be somewhere safe. and should all be intact.
That's all I need to hear.
Okay.
We're all incredibly lucky to keep incredibly strange company.
I think they're talking about you, Jero.
Yeah, hearing that, just kind of look down at the pendant with a quizzical expression, but say nothing.
I very pointedly don't look at the pocket that Ben is in.
They hold their hands up, forming like a triangle around you, not making contact. So
Not
there is
touching, yeah.
there is a big space in between you, and like getting to hear them like chant, and this horrible off rhythm coming out of them. So like it's almost like you're starting to feel the rhythm of what they're saying, and they'll break it, and it kind of gives you this real jarring feeling for some reason. That like, what's so weird about someone breaking a beat, but for some reason when they break the beat, you can feel it almost like you can feel your stomach itself drop, and you're like, oh god. So this continues for a few minutes, and like you can feel the air around you becoming more almost light, I guess the best way to describe it. This isn't like when you've stepped on your teleportation circles before. Like, this is definitely something else. This is definitely whatever way a teleportation circle takes you through the world to the destination. This is something completely different. This almost feels like you are about to be ripped from like space and time itself, like vomited in a different location. Like, it's horrible and it's dirty and unpleasant. All this build up to it, and just at like the precipice of it all, Abby looks up and is like, "Still haven't decided if you owe us or not." And like that, you are all thrown into complete darkness, and we will leave it there.
Yeah.